Good morning, children. Now this is 10th class social studies. This is the third lesson, children. Production and employment. What is that? Production and employment. Children, we already discussed about this lesson, but once again I want to explain in detail this lesson, children. Look, children, production wisely, how many sectors are there? 3 sectors are there, children. What are that? Primary sector, secondary sector and service sector. It is also known as tertiary sector. Okay, primary sector is what comes under primary sector? Agriculture, mining, fishing. Okay, next to forestry. These all comes under agriculture sector or primary sector. Secondary sector. Who comes under secondary sector? Small scale industries, cottage industries, large scale industries. Who are working in industries as workers. Okay, these all comes under secondary sector. Service sector. Service sector means, look children, they will not produce any good, but they will help to this sector and this sector to produce good. That is called service sector. That means they will serve. For example, driver may not produce the food grains, but he will help to the farmer to drive the food grains from field to house, from house to market yard, etc. Okay, children. Next to teacher, he also not produce any good children, but he will serve doctors, nurses. Okay, all government departments, so judiciary, revenue, irrigation, okay, education, health, what are the departments? So they are also giving service, so they also comes under service sector. Okay, next children, here employment wisely 2 sectors are there. What are that? Organized sector and unorganized sector. Organized sector means what, children? Organized sector means they have rules and regulations. Okay, they have fixed salaries. Okay, security and also limited hours. Okay, PF, HRA, all facilities will be given to who are working in organized sector. So that is called organizing sector. Organized sector. Okay, so here you keep in mind rules and regulations are there in organized sector. Next one is unorganized sector. So in this we have no rules and regulations, children. Okay, those who are working in this without rules and regulations, they comes under unorganized sector. For example, plumbers, construction workers, okay, agriculture labor, okay, vegetable vendors, okay, repair workers, AC mechanic, okay, so electricians. So these all comes under unorganized sector, children. So next, children, GDP. What is that? GDP, gross domestic product. Okay, how to estimate the gross domestic product or GDP? We will take not to the first primary good or intermediate good. We will take to calculate the GDP. What is the final good? For example, what is the final good or what is the intermediate good? For example, car is the final good. What are the intermediate good? The spare parts, tires, okay, rubber, each next to steel, okay, iron, they may comes under intermediate good. Next, children, here I mentioned in the in your textbook they mentioned 2 persons. First person is Narasimha and second person is Rajeshwari. So Narasimha is a government employer. He will go to office by 9:30 and he will come back to home by 5:30 or 6. Okay. Next one, he will commute on his bike. Next one, every month at the first date he will receive that salary concerning government department. He has a HRA, PF, DA, TA. Okay. So I think he has all facilities which is providing by the concerning department. Next, he has paid holidays. That means what? He do not go to work on Sundays and festivals, but the government will give him salary, that is called paid holiday. Okay children, next after retirement also he will earn every month half of the salary from that concerning department. Okay, so that means he is a organized sector worker. Okay children, he has a job security. Next one, his salary will increase year by year, and he get promotion also. Okay, when he is doing service, after some years he will give the concerning department will give promotion to him also. Okay, so he is in organized sector. Next one, Rajeshwari. Rajeshwari is a construction worker. She she had to go to the construction field some kilometers away. Okay, so that's why she has to travel by bus or by auto with her own fare of charges. Okay children, next one, she does not have paid holidays. Next one, she doesn't have any veterinary leaves. Okay children, next, if any accident will occur to her, nobody will give pension compensation to her children. Next, after 60 years, nobody will give her pension facilities. Okay, so that means Rajeshwari is earning every month, not children, almost every day at the end of the day, she will receive the money from his contractor, or after a week, she will receive the money from the contractor or from the manager in that construction site children. That means she is getting a low wages, even though she doing a hard labor. Okay children, so that is the position of Rajeshwari. So Rajeshwari comes under unorganized sector. Okay, so in your lesson, why people wanted to take organized sector job? Because in organized sector, many benefits are there. So that is why people are always wanting to join in organized sector. For example, government job and big firms jobs. Sorry. Okay children, so that is the position. Next children, in our country, organized sector workers percentage is 8% only. Unorganized sector workers percentage is 92%. But what happened here, production wisely, they are producing 50%, but they are producing 50%. Look children, 8% people producing 50% out of the production, but the remaining 92% people who are working in unorganized sector, they also producing 50% only children. So that is the condition in our country. Okay, now I want to show you some pie charts, pictures and tables in this lesson children. So once again you look at this lesson, page number 38 onwards. You have this lesson children, page number 38. Look children, here occupation is there and classification. Tailor comes under secondary sector. Or industries. Basket weaver, he also comes under industry or secondary sector. Flower cultivator comes under primary sector. Milk vendor, primary sector. Fisherman, primary sector. Priest, service sector. Courier, service sector. Now you go to page number 29 children. So here workers in match factory, secondary sector. Money lender, service sector. Gardener, primary sector. Porter, secondary sector. Beekeeper, maybe secondary sector or primary sector. Astronaut, exactly, astronaut comes under service sector. Call center employee comes under service sector. Okay children, here some pictures also there. Look children, 3 sector workers. So these 2 pictures comes under primary sector. So here this is service sector because he is talking on the phone, I think. So service sector, these persons are doing work in the factory, so that's why it comes under secondary sector children. Okay, now look at children, here 3 sectors are there: agriculture, industry, service. The years also mentioned: financial year 1972 to 73, 2009 to 2010. Agriculture sector, how many percent of workers are working? 74%. Industries 11. Service 15. But after 30 years, maybe if 37 years, what happened? Agriculture sector 53% workers only working. That means decreased. Industries 22%. The workers doubled, children. Service sector 25%. That means it is also increased. But in primary sector, the workers are decreased. Why? Because who are engaging in primary sector, they are educating their children. After education, the children, okay, they are going to towns and cities and joining in primary service sector and secondary sector, children. Okay, so that's why here the primary sector workers are decreasing, children. Okay, now look at here, one table also there, look, graph format. Agriculture sector, industry, that means secondary sector and service sector. Look, children, years also mentioned, 1972-73. Okay, these three sector workers aggregate also given, children. Next to 2009-10 information also given. Look, so that is about. Next, children, here also another table is there. So this is the table. Okay, GDP in rupees, crores, percentage changing in GDP over the previous year, growth rate of GDP, gross domestic product. So what is the growth rate of GDP in 2010 and 11 financial year? 9.32, children. How can you find these growth rate, children? So here, present year minus past year by past year into 100. Then you can find the growth rate of GDP. So you also, with this formula, you also find out the 2011-12 financial year information and 2012-13 financial year information growth rate, children. Take pencil and calculate with this principle and you mention the figure here itself. Okay. Next, children, here pie charts also given. Two pie charts also given, children. Look at the pie charts. Share of different sectors in gross domestic product. 1972-73 information. Okay. So here agriculture share is 43%. Industry share is 22%. Trade, hotels, transportation, communications, etc. share is 15%. Finance, insurance and real estate 8%. Community, social and personal services 12%. So this is the information of 1972-73 financial year information. After 37 years, now look at here 2009 and 2010. So how the change is? Look, children, agriculture sector, how much here? 17. Here 43. Next, industries 22-26. Next, trade, hotels 15-17. Finance, insurance, real estate 8% to here 17%. Community, social and personal services 12% here 13%. Okay, children. So that is the difference. So we are observing clearly the primary sector workers are decreasing year by year. Okay, children. But the remaining two sector workers are increasing. Okay. So this is the good symbol, good sign for the development of our country, children. Okay. Now here also mentioned distribution of workers in India 2009 and 10 percentage. Three sectors given, children. Rural area, urban area. Okay. Male, female, all workers. I read to you agriculture sector. rural areas, 68% people are engaging in rural areas, agriculture activities. But in urban areas, we cannot see field children. So that's why a few people, that means 8% people only engaging in agriculture sector in urban areas. Male percentage is 47%, female percentage is 69%. So total percentage our workers are 53% children. Okay, so remaining you read children, observe. Okay, out of 2009, according to the census of India 2011, 1.2 billion persons in India, 460 million people are workers children. So that is our India position. How many? 460 million people are workers out of 1.2 billion persons. That means 120 crores. Okay children. Okay children. Thank you.